It's Del K. Bradford. This is the real spiel. This is a short one. I keep coming across so many friends of mine and their relatives who are having negative complications to the COVID-19 vaccines. And, I truly hope that this is nothing that you inherit for those who have been vaccinated. And I understand what was happening during the time of COVID-19. And people wanted a number of things. They wanted to either be allowed to travel, they wanted to be allowed to work, or they simply were fearful of their lives. And some people wanted to be around their loved ones because they thought that they were vulnerable. They thought they were doing the right thing. But what COVID-19 has taught everyone, all of us, is that propaganda, the vaccines, not COVID itself, but the vaccines were more propaganda than medicine. And many of us put propaganda in our veins and not cures. And we learned that propaganda is the most powerful level of human influence that we have. Propaganda closed government offices. Propaganda of COVID-19. I spoke incorrectly. COVID-19 was propaganda too, as well as the medicine for it. This disease became half a sickness and half propaganda, and it's still here. You will not be allowed to ride on a plane. You will not be allowed to be on a train. They were going to change the whole world for COVID-19. Propaganda closed churches. Propaganda became the new ideology, became the new Bible. Pastors were closing down their churches. And holy people lining up, running to get this thing injected inside of their body. To this day, I know people who are sick, close to death, bedridden because of those vaccines, because they injected propaganda in their veins. Something that had a 97% survival rate. 97% of the folks who got it they lived. They weren't dying. The flu disappeared, influenza disappeared, and COVID took its place. And propaganda showed up with it. Billions, if not trillions of dollars, trillions probably, trillions, I'm sure it's trillions of dollars. The wealth transfer from governments to pharmaceutical organizations was, if those numbers are disclosed, if those numbers are spoke of, they will be hideous, they'll be unseemly. While folks are reeling all over the world, reeling in pain, reeling in discomfort, have real serious problems. I know people who have died because of COVID-19. Let me say, I know people who caught COVID, went to the hospital, were put in induced comas, where people were giving them morphine, and literally the hospital killed them by the treatment, the non-treatment of COVID-19. They would have been better off in their bed at home with maybe a ventilator, maybe a little oxygen tank at their bedside, than being put in a hospital. They'd be alive today. The propaganda of COVID-19 has killed more people than COVID-19. You think about that. And you think about the next time, because propaganda will come. You think about the next time these eugenic experts decide that they're going to start scraping off some of the extras of people that they think this world has too much of. You be very careful with the propaganda machine that tells you inject this into your arms. They were very careful not to tell children to do it. They told the rest of you. Propaganda kills, ladies and gentlemen. Propaganda kills.